Hello there, I welcome you back to GSN 24 Live. My name is Elenokran. Coming up in our sports brief for today, PSG fights back to beat Spurs. Newcastle agreed deal for Aston Villa's Ramsey. MTN Ghana seals landmark deal as headline sponsor. Mohamed Kudus can be a real asset for Tottenham Hotspur. Villarreal president urges support for Thomas Partey. Afriyie criticizing voting process at GFA Congress. Jubilee Insurance and Grand Nairobi bike race launch. KVF unveils Michael Strikers World Championship squad. Now on to some local news. MTN Ghana has officially announced the headline sponsor for Ghana's 4 national football teams, the Black Stars, the Black Queens, the Black Starlight and the Black Starlet, in a landmark partnership that marks renewed corporate backing for Ghana football. The announcement came from MTN Ghana CEO Stephen Blewett, who expressed pride in partnering with the country's most celebrated sporting brand during the partnership review ceremony on Thursday, August 14th in Accra. The deal spans the senior men's team, the Black Stars, senior women's team, the Black Queens, the under-20 men's team, the Black Starlight, and the under-17 men's team, the Black Starlet. The sponsorship is expected to deliver crucial financial and logistical support for the teams as they gear for tournaments and qualifiers. Former Tottenham manager Glenn Hoddle believes Mohamed Kudus can be a real asset for the club if he keeps his head up when dribbling. The Ghana international featured in Spurs Super Cup game against PSG on Wednesday at the Blue Energy Stadium. Kudus remained a threat for Parisians until he was substituted in the 79th minute. Despite taking a 2-0 lead, the French club rallied from behind to beat the Premier League 4-3 on penalty shootout to clinch the trophy. The 25-year-old created the most chances 3 and completed the most dribbles 2 in the match. He is expected to feature in Spurs' opening Premier League game against Burnley this weekend. Still on Ghanaian players, Villarreal president Fernando Riog has called for patience and unity as midfielder Thomas Partey faces ongoing legal matters in England. Riog stressed that the Ghanaian international remains innocent until proven guilty and deserves the right to continue his professional duties without prejudice. The Villarreal chief also addressed recent incident in which Partey was whistled at a match in England, clarifying that such reactions did not come from the club supporters. Riog's comments come as Villarreal prepare for a crucial stretch of fixtures, with the club determined to maintain focus on the pitch while respecting due process of it. Former Ghana Football Association Vice President George Afriyie has expressed strong reservations about the manner in which proposals represented and voted at the GFA Congress. Afriyie urged that the proposal should have been itemized and subjected to separate, secret ballots rather than being grouped together. His comments come in the wake of recent amendments to the GFA statutes and a process that drew both support and criticism from various quarters of the football fraternity. Afriyie, who previously served as second in command at the association, believes that adhering to international recognized voting practices would ensure transparency and fairness in decision-making. In other news, Jubilee Insurance and the Grand Nairobi bike race has announced the official launch of the 2025 edition of the Jubilee Live Free Race. The highly anticipated cycling extravaganza is scheduled for Sunday, October 5, 2025 at the Nyayo Stadium, Nairobi, and will host more than 3,500 cyclists from over 20 nationalities across the world. Jubilee Insurance continues as the title sponsor, putting in 20 million Kenya shillings towards the event, bringing the total investment to more than 100 million Kenya shillings since 2022 in both cash and in-kind contributions. Since its inception in 2021, the Jubilee Live Free Race has grown significantly, providing a competitive platform for cyclists and serving as a powerful advocacy platform for physical activity, holistic well-being and environmental conservation. Still in Kenya, Kenya has been placed in Group G, where they will face stiff competition from Poland, Germany and Vietnam. Kenya Volleyball Federation has unveiled the final 14-player squad that will represent the country at the upcoming FIVB 2025 World Championship, scheduled for August 22nd to September 7th in Thailand. The announcement was made today at Summerdale Inn Hotel, Nairobi, after a week of intensive residential training at the Nyayo National Stadium Gymnasium. In some international news, European champions Paris Saint-Germain fought back 2-0 down with 5 minutes left to beat Europa League winners Tottenham Hotspur 4-3 on penalties in a dramatic UEFA Super Cup on Wednesday. Tottenham looked to give new manager Thomas Frank a winning start before PSG substitute Lee Kan-in put a goal back after 85th minute and Goncalo Ramos headed the equalizer 4 minutes into stoppage time to level the score at 2-2. This victory marks PSG's fifth trophy of 2025, capping off a remarkable year that also saw them finish as runners-up in the FIFA Club World Cup to Chelsea just a month ago. It is also the first time a French club has ever lifted the UEFA Super Cup. Luis Enrique's side will now turn their attention to the start of Ligue 1 season, away to Nantes on Sunday, while Tottenham Hotspur hosts Burnley in the Premier League Open on Saturday. On our final story, Newcastle are close to signing Aston Villa midfielder Jacob Ramsey in a deal worth about €40 million. An agreement in principle has now been reached, with just final details left to be completed. Once signed off, Ramsey will complete the formalities, including a medical of a move to the St James's Park. Villa hosts Newcastle in their opening Premier League game on Saturday. Ramsey, a former England under-21 international, has scored 17 goals in 167 appearances for Villa since earning his senior debut in 2019 and was a regular for Unai Emery's side last season. This is all I have for you for now. Do like and subscribe. I'll be back with more.